welcome back to Awareness TV, to where I still and always have the livest audience on planet Earth. Yes, they got jackets and AirPods in their ears and nice floral shirts with the sand. Okay, 2 of them have their toes out. 1 has on Coach shoes. Okay, all right, now we're going to have a good time. We're talking about the 7 cures to a lean person. I'm on number 4 now. Okay, I'm on number 4, which is guard your garden would make sense. She said, yeah, guard thy treasures from loss. Now, we're going to have one great episode because y'all know how to lose money. Boy, I tell you, 97% of you know how to lose money. Let's talk about a few things here. I'm going to guard your treasures from loss. I want to show you a pie. And I can't help myself. Where my pie go down? Where my pie? Where my pie go down? Where my pie? All right, you understand. I couldn't help myself. Now, I need for you to get that. Let's see. It's hard to do it. I need for you to see. It's hard to do it without actually making a line. Mm-hmm. 1% of the world's population owns all this income. Wow. All of it. Yes. It's just like, darn it. It's rootin' tootin' 1%. Yes, all of this. Everybody got me? Yes. That means at least 99% are fighting for this. Now, all right, now, exactly. We're going to come back to that in a second. Now, she said, get out of my way. She was fighting for it. But there is another 3%, and give me a different color one. There's another 3%. And this other 3% does something like this here. The other 3% lives comfortably in this red area. They have relationships or they benefit from the 1%, which leaves with 1%. Plus 3%, that is. 4%. That means 90. So give me one more color. I'm gonna make this work. I want this to work for you. That means, so here we have the 3%ers. I used to be here. I'm not there anymore. In fact, you know how you do a map of the United States? And the states get so small on the East Coast, you have to draw a line. Yes. You all are now the line dwellers. That's what I'm going to call you now. 96% of people are fighting for this 1% sliver. Don't it feel that way? Be honest. It feels exactly like that. It feels that if you dare try to get ahead and it's 96%, somebody's going to pull you down. Mm-hmm. Don't it feel that way? Mm-hmm. Doesn't it feel like you have to trade? When you get to your job and they say, would you like some health care? You said, yes, I sure would. Okay, that's going to be $453 a month. We're going to take it out your check every bi-weekly at $225 a week. And you go, whoa. Aren't taxes coming out? Like, yeah. And this insurance is coming out? You're like, yeah. how am I going to eat? Like, that's not my problem.
Sure.
You have to literally, in the 96%, you must find yourself choosing between gas and food. Don't it feel that way? How many of you have spent money and immediately had that bad feeling, man, I shouldn't have did that, on something you actually needed? Not on something that you went to the store and you went to the store and responsibly, I'm going to keep this here for pain purposes, okay? You went to the store and responsibly bought a banana because you wanted to lose weight. And you know what happened? You ate that banana, you were full for 30 minutes. And then you said, you know what? This costs way too much money to eat healthy. And then what you said was, I can stretch these bologna sandwiches, these hot dogs, the whole way.
Pot of spaghetti goes 3 days.
And a pot of spaghetti goes 3 days, with the spaghetti being processed, with the hamburger meat being processed, with the hot dogs being processed. And that's the trap. The trap is processed food. Processed food keeps you in poverty. Why? Because they throw sugar in all the processed food. It takes a long time to degrade in your stomach, and it makes you slower. You know that fog over your eyes? Ooh, my sinuses are messing up. Yeah? Plus all that processed food in you. That's why you can't see without your glasses and you can't see with them. Come on. You got to be honest here. You take on your glasses, you put them on, ain't no real big difference unless you're looking 50 feet away, or if you're farsighted, which means you can't see near, you're looking up here. Processed food is the trap. The way they have kept you enslaved is processed food. You don't believe me? I invite all of you to go to Netflix and watch What the Health. Invite you. Go ahead. Run out there. Or just do your own research. I'm not telling you I got this from What the Health. I'm just telling you that I already knew this before What the Health told you about it. Then they told you about it. They'll tell you no sugar in the food. And then they'll tell you some man-made sugar is what they put in there. They call it something else. Doesn't matter. They have many of them. Something else at the end. They're right. There's no natural sugar in this whatsoever. None. But then they put in the man-made sugar that keeps you fat. Let me explain how this works. Does this hurt enough?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think it hurts enough yet. I'm going to keep it there. It needs to continue to hurt. I need it to hurt a little more, okay? Now, the way your body works is, let's say this is the muscle. This is the muscle, okay? Now, in the muscle, you have receptors that will let you burn your calories. You eat it, you burn it, you use it for energy for the muscles. You got it, energy for the muscles. Here's what happens. They have bamboozled you and told you they told you calories. Don't eat calories. Don't do this. Watch out for that. Make sure you're not doing this. Be careful with your calories. Be careful with all this. Right? And then they'll tell you, okay, be careful. Be careful. But the truth is, Sugar comes right here.
Oh, wow.
And blocks your ability to burn calories in your muscles. Now, what's the real problem? Calories or sugar?
Sugar.
What they have done is put sugar in everything,
Wow.
especially if it's processed. Now, why did they do that? Back to the fourth fourth cure for a lean purse. Guard thine treasures from loss. They did that so you can, does it still hurt here? Yeah. All right, good. I'm gonna erase, I want it to hurt some more, okay? I need it to hurt some more. How does this have anything to do with guard your treasures from loss? The more unhealthy you are, the more money you lose. Few different ways that happens. By law of attraction, you're unhealthy, you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good about yourself, you don't vibrate at the right frequency. You don't vibrate at the right frequency, you don't attract the right things. You're unhealthy, you get overweight. You get overweight, you let your hair go out. You don't shampoo it, you don't do anything no more. You get overweight, you can't move as fast as you could. You get overweight, your knees move not as good as they used to, and you have to go to surgery. You have to go to surgery, now you're in the hospital. Now you have debt from the hospitals, all because of sugar. All because of sugar. That don't make sense? I'll keep going. You're unhappy. Now that you're unhappy, you're unstable. Now that you're unstable, you get a divorce. Now that you get a divorce, you get debt. Now that you get debt, you become more of a slave. I can keep going. Now that you're unhappy and you're unstable, you don't get a divorce, but you don't get anyone. And since you don't get anyone, you can't multiply your income to invest more. And you can't multiply your income and invest more because you don't have anyone to motivate you. And since no one motivates you, you continue to be average because no one loves you enough to tell you not to be average. Because sugar. I can do this all day long. I can give you the infinite possibilities of why you should stay away from processed food, but let's focus on guard your treasures for loss, because this is what we're talking about. You should guard your treasures from loss by staying healthy. I'm a pretty big guy. You probably can't outrun me. Some of you worked out with me before. Some of you tried to compete with me working out. Not only am I stubborn, and I ain't giving up. I can run 2 miles flat, nonstop, never take a break. I can do 100 push-ups flat, nonstop, never take a break. I have nearly zero cholesterol. My doctor right now says, well, I don't understand it. Your body weight is this, but you have no cholesterol. And I say, well, it's that muscle, that's what I say. It's literally, I got a funny doctor though. She's hilarious like that. So she does that. Point is, you need to guard yourself from losses. You've been bamboozled to believe. I'll erase this now. All right. I'll tell you what that meant. For some of you, maybe just tuning in, that was the map, the pie chart of the people who control the world's income. Now, you think hospitals save your life. Hospitals prolong your death. They are in the business of keeping you sick. And lobbyists have gone out and said, hey, everyone, keep saying calories, not sugar. Hey, government, keep screaming terrorism, not heart disease. Did you know that the number one cause of death in America is heart disease? Yes. I know the media tells you it's from being bombed by some terrorists, but no. It is you being too fat. to invest properly, getting stressed, and dying because your alarm clock came off at 9 in the morning on a Monday. Now, you need to guard your money from losses. That's probably not spelt right, but we're going to keep it on there, okay? Guard your money. Spelled right? It just looks weird. Guard your money from losses, okay? You ever wrote a word and it just looks weird? You're like, something's wrong with that. I just don't, something's wrong with that. Yeah. All right. All of you lose too much money. Let me give you all the ways, a lot of the ways that you're losing money right now. You have all your money in a checking account. Wait a minute. I thought that was the right thing to do. Nope. Does your money grow in a checking account?
No.
Okay. Which one of you have money growing in a checking account? No, it doesn't. There's no interest there. That means someone right now, I want someone for me, you over here, Google for me the rate of inflation in 2018.
My dividends are less than my monthly checking account.
Okay, my dividends. All right, look at her. She's an investor. All right.
That's what my bank statement says.
Yeah. What's the inflation rate?
1.9%.
As in 1 and then point and then 9%. Yes. Now Google for me the average interest rate in a savings account in 2018. See, you need to guard yourself from losses. This whole time, now we already proved right here that, let's put this in plain English for you, okay? Let's put this one in plain, before you give me that number, put this in plain English for you. That means your dollar is now, well, it's not a dollar, because it's 1 point. If it was, that means your dollar is actually negative 81 cents.
So if I have $1, it's really only worth 81 cents.
No, it's worth negative 81 cents. Don't it feel that way? The inflation rate. Inflation alone takes your dollar and make it a negative.
What does inflation mean?
All right. What does inflation mean? You got that, the other number for me?
Yes, they have several banks, and then
I'll just take the average. Just give me one of them.
0.
That's what I just want you to say 0 first. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's what I want you to do. But you give it to me. I just wanted you to know that it's a 0, not a 1. So just give me any one. Doesn't matter.
Okay, 0.01%.
That means if you put $1 in the bank, in the savings account, after 1 month, you would have $1, 1 cent. She did good math. If you take your dollar and account for inflation plus what you get, no matter what happens, you come back to a negative percentage. That's the real world, ladies and gentlemen. That's the real world. Google the accurate definition for inflation. Inflation is having so much money out in print that it decreases the value of the money that's in print. That's what inflation means in layman's terms. She's going to give me the accurate definition. Come on, camera. I want people to hear this accurate definition, but that's what it means. Okay? The iPhone 8 to the rescue.
Inflation, a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money.
There you go. We got so much money out there that the value is falling, but the prices are increasing. Don't it feel that way?
Yes.
Remember being a kid, having a dime, going to the store, getting 10 candies
Yes.
Now you need $1 for the same one candy.
for one candy. Remember buying a Snickers that was this big? Now you buy one this big for $1?
Yes.
Remember buying 4 bags of chips for $1? Do you remember that?
Yeah, no, it's for $1.
Now they 69 cents for the 25-cent bag.
Yes.
Remember going to the store buying 4 canned sodas for $1? Now a canned soda is 89 cents.
Plus tax.
Okay, we not even gonna get to.
The corner store like
All right.
$2.29.
Now watch this here.
So good.
Watch this here. Plus tax. Let me show you how this really works. Would you like to know how this really works? Inflation is 1.09%. We're just gonna put a minus there because that's what we need to respect. Okay. Then in Texas, it is 8.25. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I did that wrong. 8.25. Okay. 8.25. That means we're just gonna put a minus there. Do you mind? Your dollar equals. I need a calculator for this. I want you. Well, actually, we'll just add this up. We'll just add this. 9 equals negative 9.34. That means $1 is actually negative 10. Don't, no, sir, negative $10. Don't it feel that way? This is the wokest TV show of all time. I'm telling you. Gold is quite, we used to, I am going to talk about gold. Remember I said in episode 13, I'm going to start smashing money for quite some time. We stopped gold from the way money started off. It started off as the paper money was just a representation of the gold that backed up the money. But then it was a promissory note, but we took away the gold. And then we threatened everybody. We made it look legal with propaganda and media, and it seemed like it was sanctioned from the government. We told everybody, if you don't turn in all your gold, you're going to be fined with a felony. This many years in prison. Why do they do that?
Take away your real money.
To take away your real money so you could be a slave to the system.
Wow.
They took away your real money so you could be a slave to the system.
So they took away the real money, gave you monopoly money.
That's right. And then they made you slaves for the monopoly money.
And control you to keep being in debt.
And control you to keep you from being in debt. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now watch this here. All of that goodness, you now know that $1 is actually negative 10. We just round up 9.34. That's in Texas. We have a low sales tax.
Really?
We have a low, well,
I thought that was high.
it is high. It is a high sales tax, but it's a low sales tax because we don't have a state tax.
State income tax. Yeah.
Texas does not have a state income tax. Other places have that 8.25% plus they have to pay state taxes at the end of the year. Yes, ma'am. Come on camera for me.
I live in Minnesota, we bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you call the 8.25%?
It's a sales tax.
Okay, thank you.
The sales tax. The 8.25%. It's a sales tax. That's why in Texas you get surcharges everywhere. We don't have a state tax, so they charge you with fees and surcharges. That's right. Now, so how do we guard our money from losses?
At least put the Vaseline on.
How do you guard your money from losses? If you got $1 that actually equals negative 10, it means you're designed to lose.
So go buy gold.
Buying gold would be an option, but that's not the buying the gold. What you're saying is go get an investment. So you're right. It just doesn't have to be gold. It doesn't have to be gold. What you said, go buy gold, meant go get an investment vehicle.
Right.
But that investment vehicle must give you a consistent return, a ROI, that beats inflation, plus your sales tax.
Wow.
Come on, camera.
I'm cute, huh, y'all?
Yes, sir. Step back a little bit
But,
further.
what good investments will not only be a good ROI, but it also beats the sales tax?
Okay. Good question. Good question. Would you like to know that?
Yes.
All right, answer next episode. All right. All right. Investments. In order for you to guard your money from losses, you must invest it past the inflation rate and your tax rate. That was the hard answer that took me 26 minutes to answer. What I should have come up here and told you was guard yourself from the losses. Don't lose it on bad things. That's what I should have told you. That would have made sense. You'd have been like, too smart to write my words out. You'd have been like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But you already knew that you waste money. You knew you spent stuff you shouldn't spend it on. I already told you about depreciating assets. I've already told you about what Robert Kiyosaki calls doodads. Do you really need that $200 tie? Do you really need those $400 shoes? Or did you get those $400 shoes at a great discount? But if you got $400 of shoes at a great discount, let's say you got $400 shoes for $99. Did you save $300?
No.
Exactly, smart woman. You still spent $99.
Yeah. For some shoes that you may not buy, but you bought them because they were on sale.
Now, what I showed you was that there is a system in place. The whole 28 minutes or so has been showing you there is a system in place. And that system doesn't care about the people. It cares about governments and corporations. And the one thing that feeds governments and corporations are people. You've been watching Awareness TV, Antonio T. Smith Jr. You can plan better. You can dominate.